You are listening to The Black Landscape with Andrea Spearman, where Black excellence is always trending. Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Andrea Spearman, and this is The Black Landscape, where we engage with emerging and established Black leaders here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to leave a review of the show on Apple Podcasts or in the comments of our social media. I'm a light-skinned Black woman with my dark brown curly hair up in a messy bun. Today, I'm wearing my black and brown glasses and a burgundy sweatshirt that reads in pink letters, Be You. Always. Our special guests today are two business-owning Black girls who matter, Angela Edwards and Monique Griffin. Welcome.
Hey.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. Please describe yourselves to the people. Angela, you go first.
I am a brown-skinned woman with shoulder-length twist in my hair. I have on glasses, and I have a shirt that says West Coast on it.
One time for the West Coast. All right. Monique.
I am a light-skinned woman. I have glasses on and a black shirt that says, Good moms say bad words.
Ooh, uh-oh. You cutting up already, see?
I know. It's very comfortable.
Yes. Well, comfortability is key. Yes. Monique and Angela are the owners of the Pour Up Wine Company here in the Bay Area, which we'll get into in a little bit. But let's go back to the beginning. You all shared that you are 10 years apart in age. Describe that relationship, growing up here in the Bay Area.
Well, I met Angela when she was 2, because I was living in Guam for 2 years. And so and so when I came back, my dad introduced me to her. And that's how we met. And then just growing up, when I would go to my dad's house on weekends or whenever, she would just follow me around everywhere.
As little sisters do.
That's funny.
Yeah. No, yeah. Sometimes I would go outside with my friends and they were like, take your sister. I'm like, okay.
Oh, man. I can definitely relate to that. I have a younger sister who is 6 years and 6 days younger than me. And very much, take your sister with you. No, why? Why she gotta go?
Right.
That's funny.
Yeah. And it's like, you guys are 10 years apart, so I can only imagine. So how did you all spark this idea of a business? You said, a little bit of it was your dad wanting you to become closer, but like, how did the idea spark? Why wine?
Yeah, so he definitely I don't know if he bugged her. He definitely bugged me all the time. Like, I want you and your sister to be closer. Because, we do have that 10 years age gap. So obviously, like, she's
a different generation.
Yeah, she's still out with her friends doing her own thing. And, I'm older, so whatever. So I'm out. I'm drinking wine with my friends. We connected like a lot over wine. And I always just thought it would be like, it was just a thought like, oh, it'd be cool if I had my own wine, and never really thought about it. And then the pandemic happened, and my sister and we've always been like entrepreneurs at heart. Like, she had a boutique at the time, an online boutique. I tried selling jewelry. I can't remember the name of the jewelry, the $5 jewelry that everyone used to buy. I don't know the name of it. Paparazzi jewelry.
Oh.
I was doing that. I also wanted my own boutique. I would do other creative little things here and there. They just didn't work out. So during the pandemic, I'm like, Angela, you want to start a wine company? And she was like, okay. And then that's kind of just how it started.
So Angela, for you, with this previous business, like, how did that start? And, when you got the call from Monique, was it really exciting? Were you like, "Ooh, okay, I'm done with retail. Let me try something new."
I don't know. I just feel like everything just fell into place, during the pandemic, just trying to figure it out, trying to make some extra money. Yeah, I was excited. It was different, you know. You have to learn different things about wine. So it was a challenge pretty much.
Mm-hmm. So how has the road been? Like, you all just started drinking wines at different restaurants? Did you go to a winery? What was the road to kind of selecting your own?
Reaching out to different wineries, and then just tasting them pretty much. It was just like a big process, just learning everything. How does it work? Like, what to say, the process. Do we make our own? What's the cost? Then we found a winery that we liked, and then we just started from there. Like, do we agree on this? Do you like this? I like sweet wine, and Monique doesn't. So our first bottle was semi-sweet, so it was
Mm.
like a balance for us. So that was the start of it.
Yeah, and for those, who are not wine connoisseurs, give a little background on what things you look for specifically when selecting a wine, and just, pairing it with food. How do you make suggestions to others when they're looking to buy your products?
We just look for like what we liked. So it is private label. Um, we do work with the winery to get the wine, and sometimes they will just have fun with it, and they'll let us get the exclusive, so to speak. Like, hey, we mix this and this. Like, try this. Do you like it? If we like it, we will add it to the collection. So we kind of just go off of just what we like. Don't really worry about like what it's paired with or anything like that. Yeah, we just figure that out like later, like after.
Later, yeah.
And then we do want to make sure we have a variety. We want to make sure we have a different variety of wine. So none of our wines are the same grape either.
Mm-hmm.
The margarita is Symphony, and the peach is Pinot Gris. They're both sweet wine. Sweet wine, yes.
Yes,
Pinot Gris.
I'm a fan of sweet wine myself. I would much rather have, something light, white, pink, those kind of lighter tastes just for myself. There's always such a great variety. You both have such varied backgrounds. Like, so Monique, I read you have fashion and visual merchandising knowledge. How did you apply it to this business?
Woo. I didn't, you know what? I never really thought about that until you asked that question. So I went to FIDM in San Francisco, the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising. I graduated with an AA in visual communications. We did graphic design. We did store design. So I like worked with AutoCAD, like designing store layouts. I worked with Photoshop, Illustrator, sketching, like everything visual. I created the wine labels and the logos for our wine, and then and then work with Angela to make sure everything's okay, and just thinking of different creative things to do. Like one year, I made glitter wine bottles, and those were a hit. I've always been like really creative. When I was younger, like me and my grandma would just do projects. Like she would sew, and she taught me how to sew. She did a whole bunch of things. So like we just did projects together. I haven't done anything
Mm.
like that in a long time, but yeah.
Yeah, so creating and crafting is kind of in your lineage.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
Nice.
It was just
Yes.
like a special for like Valentine's Day. When was that?
Mm-hmm.
2022?
Two? Yeah, I
That
think
was
so.
a long time ago. I haven't made any since then. It was just like an exclusive thing that we did. I used to do like interior design and a whole bunch of fun, creative things that I don't do anymore, but that was my thing. So, I'm applying that also to our new venture as well. Our wine bar. No, we
Okay.
have our own wine. We've had that for, I guess, about 3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And then now we're opening a wine bar.
Yes, that's coming up when?
Ooh, soon.
Okay, that sounds great. Gonna keep on keeping positive thoughts, and that soon is gonna be sooner than you think.
Okay, yes. I like that. Sooner than you think.
Yes. And so, ask Monique about her vision. Angela, what's it really like working with a sibling? True time. Because I have a younger sister, as I said, and going into business with her sounds very overwhelming. How does it work between you two?
In the beginning, it was disagreements. And then we finally, I think as time goes by, now we're like agreeing on the same thing. So it's a work in progress.
Mm-hmm.
It was overwhelming at first. So it's better now.
And when you're selecting wines, do you always both have to be in agreement, or is it based on like trends you're seeing when you're selecting?
No, we don't always have to be in agreement, but I think for the most part, we agree on pretty much everything.
Nice. Yeah, because, sibling disagreements can definitely be one thing when you're, living together or just being together in life. But when it comes to business, you got to be on the same line, got to be on the same accord, right?
But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
definitely.
Step into the world of 90s hip hop at B Love's Guest House. Experience Tracy Bartlow's iconic photography and connect with artists and other professionals in an exclusive retreat. Limited spots available. Learn more at b-lovesguesthouse.com. So let's talk about the wines that you all currently have. There are how many?
5. We have a peach sparkling.
You have to say the names.
We have a peach bubbly, a
Yes.
margarita bubbly, a rosé me please, an albarino, and I'll take a cab.
Oh, that's cute. I'll take a cab, please.
Yes.
All 2023, they're like, rosé me, please. They love the rosé. It's
Good.
so good.
So that's one of the top sellers.
Yes, the rosé and it's a tie between the margarita and the peach, but they love the rosé, yes.
So you all have shared, the space is coming, the shop is coming. What else do you see as the future for the Pour Up?
I'm overwhelmed just thinking about it, but we want to like really dive in to the wine industry.
With like helping others.
Just from the challenges that we had. And again, actually, like now I'm thinking about it, I feel like the challenges that we had is like due to the pandemic. I feel like, and I feel like now it's not that hard anymore from what I'm seeing. Because when we first started our company, we could not get distribution, we couldn't get warehousing. Distributors were saying that they weren't taking any new clients. Warehouses were saying that they wouldn't even want to hold our wine in their warehouse because it wasn't like a whole pallet or anything like that. We had maybe like 10 cases and they wouldn't take it. So those are the challenges that we had. We want to we don't know. We haven't done any research. We don't know how it works, but eventually do distributing and warehousing and shipping for other companies because they're popping up. There's a lot of them popping up. We just want to help them. We want to be the help that we didn't get.
So what made that shift from people saying no to eventually saying yes now? Do you think it was just moving out of the pandemic?
We still do everything ourselves. We don't have distributors still. We're our own distributors. So We're our own distributors, and we are our own warehouse, which I got the okay from ABC to be able to keep a few cases of wine on hand. And then we also ship. So we do everything ourselves.
Ain't that just like a Black woman?
It
Got to do
is.
everything ourselves, but that's all right. There
It
is strength
is.
and resilience and independence.
We are definitely resilient.
I think it's since there's so many brands out there now, like companies and establishments, just want to be involved.
Yeah, we want to be we want to be the help that we didn't get.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's just how it goes. You have to run the course yourself because now you have that experience and now you have a kind of dedicated ABC follow through or guide for the next folks. And from what you're saying, it would be great. Sounds like it could be a potential training forum. Like, do you want to be the next wine entrepreneur? Link up with the Pour Up crew.
That's right.
We'll give you the foundations. This is how we did it.
We'll be able to make you some wine. Right?
Yes.
We're going to make you wine soon. We're going to get our winery license. We have so many plans.
Slowly but surely.
Well, it's been great getting to know you two a little bit better, Angela and Monique. And if you would tell our audience where they can find you and where they can order some delicious wine.
You will be able to find us in Antioch
at 1 I Street, Sweet C, and then on Instagram at the Pour Up Wine. And for the wine bar page, it's
at the Pour Up Wine Bar.
Thank you so much. These links will be in our show notes. Tap in and support Black entrepreneurs. Thank all of you out there for listening and supporting another season. Again, leave a review of the show on Apple Podcasts or in the comments of our social media. This has been another episode of The Black Landscape with Andrea Spearman, where Black excellence is always trending.